Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cowboys will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Looking for a man, it's Lacey. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gallagher. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David,
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man on the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Takes a handoff. It's Sparks. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Got his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a third down and goal situation.
This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's third and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Lacy. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they have the first point of the game.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, set the tone, making a statement. Fourth and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cowboys offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh.
Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air, it's Lacy. He's got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Mountaineers will go for it on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They bring the punter onto the field now. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Snap from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Lopez. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Cowboys will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Lacey. He's got him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. At the 40, there he goes. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Mountaineers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. With the catch, it's Gallagher. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. That's caught. It's Brown. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Got the first down, looking for more. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They go to the ground. And some room to work. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Cowboys had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to UCLA. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
First downs like this, and they'd move the sticks, and they'd get some momentum. Look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play.
There he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The Mountaineers are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Gallagher. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Mountaineers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking for space. It's Hubbard. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Hicks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun. Wants to pass. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Makes the grab. It's Gallagher. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turns it on down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mountaineers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater.
He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Grab behind the line. It's 4. Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick release by the QB. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Man, what a big catch on third down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
To the air on 2nd down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to UCLA. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Scanning the field, it's Lacey. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Mountaineers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, West Virginia. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up for the PAT. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Fires to the big fella. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully
breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. It's complete. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Pound 55 weak.
Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start. They'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. That's caught, it's Gallagher. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there, they're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their 1st pick of the game.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Into the end zone he goes. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. When these guys come out feeling some game pressure, things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. The inside handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Lacey. Got a man. It's Gallagher. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Mountaineers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Let's it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clinton. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Pulls and fired complete. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the Cowboys are in the hurry up. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Great place to start for this offense.
Timeout, West Virginia.
Looking to pass. It's Lacey. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David